Hello guys. Today is 6/23, June 23rd, 2025. It is 2:03 a.m. and I'm doing another Minecraft video, but also me just talking because the amount of views I'm getting, 33 people, that's like a whole classroom. And I would not be speaking this easily if I saw each and every one of your faces sitting down and giving me your full attention. And maybe you didn't watch the last video or videos fully through, and totally understandable. And it's an extra honor that you are choosing to be here. And so you're actually giving me a voice. Well, I mean, I have my own voice, and I'm kind of doing this for myself too, just as snapshots of this time and a memory to look back on. But today, if you will indulge me, I am 19 years old. I'm about to be 19 years old in 2 months and 3 days. But I wanted to list out my fears, and I honestly don't know how long this video is. Oh crap, never mind. It's gonna be 43 minutes of me just talking about my fears as a 19-year-old. And you can just mute me to watch this Minecraft video as well, because it's just me cheating, and I don't remember what I was doing in this one. I think I was just mining for more copper, but we'll see. Anyway, my fears as a 19-year-old. My first one is that there's no tomorrow. I want to live every day as if it's my last, mostly because I've met a love of my existence. I'm referring to my wife, and we're still going through long distance, and one of my biggest fears that I have to face every day, or at least I'm distracting myself and numbing myself with school and work, and that fear is that there isn't a tomorrow, and that if I don't wake up, I couldn't spend my last night on this earth with her. And I just don't even want to imagine that, because that sucks. Cause knowing right now that if I knew that tomorrow was my last day, I got enough money to just get a one-way ticket to where she's at, just so I could spend that last night with her. And knowing that I'm choosing not to, maybe out of fear, it's gonna get to me. Like, if I die, I feel like my soul's gonna be like, bro, we could have just had one more night with her in this body. Because I know my soul's probably going to go through another rebirth. But damn, like, this youthful body would never be able to experience her touch again, and not even in that like crazy way. Just my soul will never really be physically close to her unless I'm like a poltergeist or something. I don't know, that just trips me out. Anyway, my second fear is that there is a tomorrow, and this has been a pretty recent fear. I've had like cycles of depression ever since maybe like the last years of elementary school, just like in and out. Most of it's just numbing it, and shit gets so hard that I don't want to deal with it the next day. And guys, it's okay. I'm getting therapy. I have reasons to stay. So I'm just trying to put this out here so other people don't feel alone, and so that this is like a time capsule, so maybe me in 2 years can look back and be like, wow, 19-year-old Maya, everything turned out fine. It was all just hard then. 'Cause time does heal, and life literally has its waves. But sometimes I wake up dreading that the day exists, and I don't know what freaking chemical imbalance that is, but it's a heavy one. My third fear is that I don't have time. I feel like I'm in such a rush to get my career going, to understand what I want out of like school, and I feel like however many years I'm on this earth, it's still not enough. Like maybe it's like scarcity mindset with time, but like time is the most valuable thing, and it's crazy how much I spend it on bull crap. Like I think I spent 2 hours just scrolling on Instagram, and I don't even have access to Instagram on my phone, nor like any of my mobile devices. So I was freaking accessing it through my computer, and I'm like, what degen shit is this? But it's like, I used to have it worse. I used to be on Instagram like 8 hours a day, but still, it's just like, it's taking so much of my time, and I'm panicking that I don't have time, but I just need to chill. And I know I'll figure it out eventually, and I'm trying to like let go of these expectations of things will get easier, because I really thought that after all that high school work of I need to apply to this school, I need to get into this school so bad, I need to perform well on this test to get those credits, and when they only count, like, and I'm referring to like AP tests, and when they only count for like 3 credit hours of GEs, and I had all that stress in my high school years. Like I got gray hairs at 19. I feel like for Asians it's pretty common to have gray hairs, but I'm like, geez, I keep score of the gray hairs. I'm like, I'm gonna leave them on my head because I'm gonna count them at the end of the year, and I always forget to count them at the end of the year, so sometimes they just accumulate and they fall out naturally whenever. But just like all this stress, and like I'm gonna make it easier for myself in the future, but the mistake is once you get to the future, you have a whole new set of tools and a whole new set of complex problems that you have to deal with, and you're always gonna have to be doing work, whether that's like work on yourself, work on your relationships, work career wise. And I'm trying not to let that crush my dreams so bad, but it is a reality I'm beginning to accept, and I don't want to make it like a sad boohoo me reality, because like everybody's going through it, but I still have time to play Minecraft like this, and so that's relieving. And as you can see, I'm just like searching for copper in spectator mode. I just always feel like I'm in a rush, so I've been doing cheats, but it gets better. Like I eventually was able to get enough copper to start on half of my statue, because this was recorded 4 days ago. I didn't record me building my statue though, and I made a bunch of new upgrades to my world while I was playing with a friend, but I don't even know where I was going with this. Just about like I don't have time. I just really want to be more conscious of my time and relaxed with it, because I really am not in a rush, and I still want to be the best person I can be to myself and to my wife and to the world, like whatever small contribution I can make. And my fourth fear is that I can't be me. I don't know who I am, and I think that's not a concern I should be having, because if I didn't care, then I'd just be acting naturally, and that's the me that everybody else perceives. It's so crazy to perceive myself, and I feel like I watch my videos over and over again to try to understand who I am, or I see how I was, and I'm like, who is that person? Like, it's probably just me from 8 months ago, but I don't know how to activate that part of maybe charisma I used to have. And I'm so scared that it's died and that I can't be me anymore, or at least that version of me. But then the you are is always changing the way everything else is changing. But I just fear that right now, at least in this wave, I've changed for the worse. Even though this is like freaking growing pains, bro. Like, I kind of had to create this or record this at 2 a.m. because I know I had it in me right now. I can't wait till tomorrow or wait for another moment to finally make something, to express myself, because my situation has changed. Like, I'm not in high school anymore. I don't have the same people around me where I can just talk to or hang out with or laugh with. And so I play Minecraft and I make videos while during my summer break, but it's not really a break because I'm still doing 12 units of school and part-time job. And I've just been really concerned about who I am, who my wife fell in love with, who my friends befriended, because I'm like, who am I? And how, like, what of me makes you so keen on, like, spending your time with me? And I just have to be eternally grateful that I had an ear to listen to me. And I just feel like I am a part of this world when people kind of acknowledge me. And when I'm in states like I've been in the past few weeks, it reminds me that I was existing, because the way things have been going is I've been pretty isolated. I just go to school and then I go home. I stay in my room. I go on walks, and I barely see anybody except the same few people maybe going for their morning jog. And it's hard to feel like I'm here, that I'm a part of the world that everybody else is in. And yeah. The fifth fear is that the real me is someone unlovable. This is pretty deep for a Minecraft freaking Let's Play. But we're gonna go in it, because anybody else feeling like this, no, you're not alone. I've always been performing, and I don't know which part of it is me and which one is just me fawning for attention, I guess. or like the me that has always been performing, like getting good grades, graduating as valedictorian. I feel like it was never for me, at least in like I need to get my own success. It was for me in the way of maybe this will finally make me enough. This will secure attention. This will secure support, or I don't know, what do you call it? Like, this will secure companionship, whether it be from my parents or anyone who can see me as a successful, hardworking person and a valuable contributor to the world. Yeah, I'm just a graduated high school student. I haven't done anything crazy yet. And when I graduated, I had freaking shoulder pads. I painted anime eyes on my eyelids, and I came out with a wig. A Claire's little mermaid colored braided headband. And I don't know. Maybe I think in my headspace doing that, I was like, yo, this is a message that this weirdo can graduate with honors. And I don't know, I'm eccentric, I guess. Ever since, I guess, middle school, I really developed an identity as the funny kid, the kid that you can be real with. I was just authentic. And maybe the grades just came easy to me. Like, I feel like homework too helped as an escape. But, the real me, I feel like the inner child that nobody ever really attended to, that shit's coming out in my relationship. It is coming out in my burnouts, in these, it's coming out in me sleeping till 11. It is literally throwing a tantrum and not letting me function until it's attended to. And I'm just so scared because I've never had her come out before. And I'm just like, oh shit, you're being really loud. You're being really sensitive. Like, why can't you just be strong so that people can love you or accept you for the child you are? Yet while this child is expressing herself through my 19-year-old body, a 19-year-old body that is legally an adult, and I feel like is expected to start getting her shit together because you're an adult, you're learning adult responsibilities now. I'm like, okay, so if I'm throwing these childlike tantrums where I'm having anxiety about going to work, I'm in these bad moods, I'm shutting myself out or shutting myself in my room, it's like I'm so conscious of how it looks to other people, and I still just want to suppress it, even to the person who wants to see it the most or wants to be there for all of me. And I'm like, I'm just so scared because that little girl has been rejected before, and it's like, who's to say that when she's out, when she's like handling her shit, or when or me, the adult, is attending to her shit, like, I don't don't know if it's just gonna be too messy for anybody to handle, because I've always just kept that shit in the closet. And not the closet, like not like the gay closet. I've been out for a while, but like out in the closet, as in this little girl who's so mad at how unnormal the world seems, and so mad at how things turned out, I guess. But yeah, my sixth fear is that I'm too naive. I feel unequipped to be an adult when I still got this child operating in me. I feel too naive to perform to these arbitrary or just made up expectations I hold myself to so hard. Also, this is just such a satisfying, or that was a satisfying coal chunk. That there was so much coal in there. Oh my god. I'm scared that I'm just too naive. This is just like most of these fears are about perception. And like, I don't want to hear it that you're being naive, you're just too young to know. You've got time. It's like, it just makes me want to never speak about what I don't know, I guess. I don't really know how to expand on that. I guess mostly it's in the context of me being married and me getting married at 18. Because I told my mom, it's probably a mistake. I don't know if she can like keep it from the people that I don't want to know the fact that I'm married to yet. But I mean, it's out there. It came out for a reason. I don't know, because it was supposed to come out at least at like 26, when my wife and I can actually have the ceremony and tell everybody else. But yeah, I just don't want to hear it. Like, you're too naive, you're too young to know. And then I just don't want to hear it because shit, that probably means my dreams are crushed. Or like they're gonna tell me love is impossible. It's impossible to know who you're gonna spend the rest of your life with at such a young age, at 18. But then I'm always gonna combat with like, why is it legal to get married at 18 then if I'm not supposed to know? But whatever, like I want to be confident in the fact that I know myself and I know who I married, and I have the journals to record, or that did record my mindset in when I decided that. And like I said in another video, it's the most mature decision I've ever made, and I don't make promises lightly, so it's one of the most important promises, probably like the only promise in my life that I've ever made so seriously, and that I intend to keep. And so yeah, my eighth, that's not my eighth, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, seventh, maybe the I'm too naive one was my sixth. Okay, my seventh is growing up. I feel like all these fears I wrote down, I like literally wrote them in the spur of a moment because I saw a video called "Is Growing Up Giving Up?" And I'm like, shit, I've given up on a whole bunch of stuff. I feel like I feel like I've given up on myself. Like I've had this is like the least amount of hope I've been having in a while. It sounds horrible. Guys, it's okay. I'm okay. Just, if you know me, just call me up. Let's talk again. Just distract me from the scary thoughts. Let's just hang out. Let's play Minecraft. Let's talk or do something. That's if you know me. Or just say in the comments like, hey, let's get on the game. And yeah, we can have one-on-one chats if you want. If you like me yapping so much. Oh my god, I hate how I've adopted the word yapping too, because I'm not even on fucking TikTok. I mean, I'm on Instagram and I used to be chronically on Reels, but hey, I've taken a break. Okay, wait. About giving up. I meant growing up. Growing up is scary. 'Cause I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I know people in their like 30s are probably going through what I'm going through now, or people at 13 are going through the same mentality of what I'm going through now. And so time really has no meaning, but yet why do I feel this pressure? I feel like it's just such a fast transition from high school. Like, there was so much direction in high school. Like, we had our counselors sitting us down being like, these are the stuff you need to graduate, so get this class and get this class and get this class. And like choosing to go to school, or at least community college, getting out there to get a job. Like, I don't need a job because I'm not even paying rent, which I'm very lucky to not be. I also quit university too because of the concerns with money and how much debt I'd have to be, or debt I'd putting my parents in, because like not even I was paying for it. And that's also another lucky thing. But I have to give props to my parents who went through the hard work to give me this kind of life. And they're telling me not to worry about the money. And I'm like, okay, sure, you're paying for my stuff, but even after I graduate, I have to be responsible for my own finances. So like, why not worry about it now? And then growing up, I guess it just leads into my next fears. Okay, I think this is 8 now. Yeah. Losing my imagination also comes with growing up. I feel like I used to be so imaginative. I used to just draw from imagination. And when I went to bed, I would imagine my original characters that I've given personalities and faces to, and I'd like tell myself, oh my god, they all have a crush on me, like I'm the glue. Like, that shit made me happy. Like, while I'm going to bed, I'd imagine one of my characters like breaking through my window, and I'd be like, whoa, how'd you get in here? And they're like, the window was open and I just went through your gate. And I'd be like, that's crazy, does your mom know? And they're like, no, I'm just gonna sleep over. And I'm like, okay. And then I can go to sleep with that imagined story. And then I feel like my imagination slowly started dying when I'd be reading like Wattpads and crap, or when I just built up the shame of, wow, I'm living in a fantasy, like why can't I just like live in reality? But fuck reality, bro. Reality is what you make it. And the way I'm just like accepting this tough reality where everybody's like, go to work, make money, be a good contribution to society, and it's unproductive to be sad, just change your mindset. And like, if I had a better imagination, I can imagine a world where I don't have to be sad. I can imagine myself being happier and just creating a story, like being delusional. I feel like a topic of discussion whenever I talk to people is like, if they tell me their dream, I'm just gonna be like, okay, do it. Just do it. You can do anything. And I feel like when I tell myself my dreams, I'm like, okay, let's think about the steps. I'm like, yes, that's important as an adult, but like, fuck the steps, bro. Like, if you just want enough, you're gonna get it. You're gonna take shortcuts. Not even shortcuts, you're just like, you're gonna take the quickest path to get there. But like, I just shut myself down. I'm like, that's too much money, it's too much work. Like, I'm too tired. Like, can we really balance it with our part-time job? Can we really get it in 2 years? Or like, will we even still be interested in that? I'm like, geez. I just like keep shutting these ideas down. And with all this like mental chatter, it's like nothing is happening with all this conversation in my head. And I'm like, so that's a waste of time. Discussing it in my brain and not pursuing it at all. So yeah, I miss my imagination. I miss also my creativity, and I'm trying to like train my creativity back into myself with drawing. I've been doing like patterns or fractals because they're really pretty, but I feel like there's no structure to them. I mean, a pattern is like literally a structure, but there's no like substance to it. There's no story I can involve myself in and kind of escape all this mental chatter about the real world implications and how much work it's gonna be. I've been trying to read more books. I've read maybe 2 books in the last 2 months, which is pretty good for recently. I used to get like 6 books done in the summer, and now I'm like averaging a book a month. I've also been reading webtoon, and I remember in like the 6th grade I had a crush on this dude, and I'd literally draw comics of us. So that's crazy, but like I could at least cope with something like that. And like in those comics, I'd draw my real friends in there too, and I draw anime characters into the story and interacting with us on the freaking elementary school playground. It's like I miss that type of imagination, and if I'd done it before, I feel like I can do it again, and I want to do it again so bad. And I feel like playing Minecraft too is helping with a bit of the creativity and imagination too. Except as of recent, I've just been mining, not creating. But you know what? I'm creating a video right now. Alright, the ninth fear is losing my voice. I've had nightmares where I've woken up crying because people didn't hear me, or like people didn't understand me, or they just look at me and then decide to still ignore me. And I don't know, it just hurt the most to like be ignored or not be heard. And I guess I always have the fear of like, oh my god, I'm gonna be censored on here. But dude, I have a telephone. I'll call people to just like talk your ear off if you care to listen. And I'm really lucky that most of my friends have been earth signs, and yes, I'm an astrology girly, cause it's so cool, like the patterns. I was just talking about this with my friend. Like I have all these earth signs that are just like willing to listen to me, and I'm like, y'all are so kind. And I don't know, I just have to leave my mark somewhere, and if that's with my voice, if that's with all this like pent up energy and emotion, and it's like getting outletted by my voice, I need my voice. Like I don't know what else to use, like probably my art to get my voice out. And I've been writing too, but it's like it's the most important most, like, I guess, valuable part of me so far. Like, it's tough, like, finding a job with no employable skills. I can talk, not in, like, a charismatic way, or at least, like, I can't sell somebody something that I don't believe in. And so, if people are like, oh, just get, like, a job where you can talk to people, I'm like, I don't know what job that would be. And I don't really want to wait for God to, like, let it stumble upon me, because, I don't know, being an adult has freaking conditioned me to be like, okay, well, you work and you go out for your dreams. You don't just wait, you don't just fall into your lap. I'm like, okay, so there's that. And then the last fear is the state of my body in 30 years. Not in, like, a self-conscious way, but in, like, a functional way. Because one of my summer classes, I'm doing general ed. One of them's nutrition. And I'm like, oh my god, there's so many vitamins and minerals. It's, like, so many diverse foods that you get this stuff from, that you need to be consistently making sure that you have the right amount of in your body, because if you let it go over time, you're gonna get deficiencies and freaking heart disease and some cancers. And I'm like, oh crap. And all I've been eating is, like, frozen taquitos, which are fucking bomb, but not for your body. Beets, the ones I'm planting right now, I don't like beets. So I'm like, it's a really pretty color, but I can't eat beets. And I've been trying to, like, eat more fruits, like mangoes and bananas, but I have a texture thing. And, like, sometimes I'm like, okay, I could eat healthy, but just give me the crunch of a carrot, please. Also, like, physically, my body, like, I used to do, like, regular night and morning yoga, not even intense crap, but it's not crap, but, like, not even intense exercises, but I used to be more consistent with it. And I've been in this, like, sedentary lifestyle. Can't even do a push-up. You can't even see my triceps when I flex them. And I did, like, 10 negatives the other day, and I've been sore for 3 days. And I just need to take better care of my body, because I want to be kind to my future self and not give her back pain, because, like, the anxiety too has been giving me back pain. And I'm like, if I have that much stress and I've been carrying all that stress over the years, I don't know what it's going to be like. And it's, like, already hell on my body right now. So I need to be really careful. But I think that's it. I've got, like, 5 more minutes in this video. And instead of, like, just dumping all my fears, I just want to add that I can't be a coward anymore. Like, I'm a self-proclaimed coward. Like, in my lowest moments, I'm like, I'm a coward. And it's, like, some form of self-pity, but dude, I'm in control of that. Like, recently, because of Webtoon, I'm getting pissed off with Webtoon, because, like, I love the artist, and I know they're putting so much work into this, but, like, when I have to wait, like, a week or 2 for another episode, like, I just can't wait. But it's also, like, one of my reasons of staying around, just so I can see their episodes. But I had to go to the freaking library and get my own books, get my own graphic novels, because at least I know that they have an ending, and I can count the pages till the ending. Also, the library had my journal, so I found my journal, and it was in Lost and Found, and thanks to whoever the kind soul was who returned the yellow little composition book with the blue bead string bookmark. God bless you. And I don't know if you read my stuff, but if you did, it's cool, I guess, because I didn't write anything too personal in there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Martin Luther King. I got a graphic novel of a biography of Martin Luther King, and one of the pages said, or he was a preacher, and so in one of his sermons he said, but it takes courage to love, and this is in the context of like choosing love over anger. But it takes courage to love. Courage faces fear and thereby masters it. Cowardice represses fear and is thereby mastered by it. Courageous men never lose the zest for living even though their life situation is zestless. Cowardly men, overwhelmed by the uncertainties of life, lose the will to live. Ask yourself, which one are you? I would not do a good job as a preacher. I was at church today, and I'm like, I don't know how you do that job. And you got people like me in the pews just judging your, I guess, oh my god, what is the word? Never mind. Just like judging the way he talks, not in the mean like the voice is annoying, but like your delivery, judging your delivery. But anyway, I feel like I've always been mastered by my fears. Just like the fear of being abandoned has literally pushed me to the highest limit of my wits, and I just can't pretend anymore and try to be someone I'm not, to not be abandoned. And I've always been a coward for that, but it's like the courage to finally be the person to love myself and do the work for myself and show up for myself. That shit takes work. And to get through the zestless days, the days where I wake up dreading that I woke up. It's like, yes, you don't know what's gonna happen, but you're gonna trudge through it because you don't know what you can do that day. You don't know who you'll meet that day, what amazing conversations you'll have. And that's a beautiful thing, isn't it? And then, where cowardly men are overwhelmed by the uncertainties of life, dude, life is going to be uncertain. It will be ever changing, and it is too much for little puny brains to know. And so we must just live to see it all, through the good and bad, through all the ways, through all the seasons, because the sun comes out tomorrow.